Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news folks. This season has been quite a roller coaster for the Chicago Bears, hasn't it? Coming into 2025, expectations were mixed, especially after a somewhat turbulent 2024 campaign. But lately, things have started to look up, and I mean really promising. After a solid performance against the Dallas Cowboys, a team that's renowned for its defense and disciplined play, the Bears have shown some resilience, some grit, and an incredible fighting spirit. That game, which many considered a pivotal moment, could be a turning point for the team this season. If they manage to beat the Las Vegas Raiders in their upcoming game, they could walk into the bye week with a 2-2 record. And trust me, for a team that's been rebuilding and retooling, that's a significant milestone. Now, this isn't just about crossing that mark. It's about the momentum that can carry a team through the second half of the season. And the Bears, with their young core and emerging talent, are positioning themselves to make a real push. After the bye week, if they start stacking some wins, especially during a schedule that on paper looks quite favorable, they might just find themselves in a position to be buyers at the NFL trade deadline. And that's where things get really interesting, because the Bears' front office, led by General Manager Ryan Poles, could be eyeing some big moves to bolster their roster for a playoff push. One name that's been circulating in NFL circles and could be a game-changer for Chicago is Jeffrey Simmons, the star defensive tackle from the Tennessee Titans. Now, Simmons is no ordinary player. He's a game-wrecker, a true interior force that can disrupt an entire offense. The Titans, sitting at 0-3 early in the season, are clearly in a transition phase. It's evident they're focusing on rebuilding and retooling rather than contending right now. That's the kind of situation that creates opportunities, especially for a team like the Bears, who are desperately seeking that disruptive presence on their defensive line. According to Nate Davis from USA Today, Simmons could become one of the most intriguing trade candidates as the deadline approaches. And when you think about what Simmons brings to the table, power, quickness, relentless motor, he's exactly the kind of player that can elevate a defense from good to elite. Simmons is under contract through 2027, thanks to a 4-year extension worth nearly $94 million signed 2 years ago. That's a hefty price tag, but in today's NFL, a player of his caliber is worth every penny. The Titans, however, aren't in a position to contend this year or probably even next, given their current standings and overall team performance. So, it's logical they might consider moving him to accelerate their rebuild. For General Manager Ryan Poles and the Bears, this is a no-brainer kind of opportunity. The defensive line has been a bit inconsistent, and while players like Montez Sweat have shown flashes of brilliance, they still lack that consistent interior disruptor. Simmons, with his blend of power and quickness, could fill that void instantly. Just imagine a player who can collapse the pocket from the inside, freeing up the pass rushers on the outside, and creating chaos for opposing quarterbacks. That's exactly what the Bears need to take that next step in their defensive development. And let me tell you, Simmons is playing at a Defensive Player of the Year level right now. His ability to impact games is undeniable. If you watch that play from earlier in the season, it perfectly encapsulates how dominant he can be. His quickness off the snap, his strength to shed blocks, and his relentless pursuit of the quarterback make him nearly impossible to contain when he's at his best. That kind of player can change the complexion of a game, and for a team like Chicago, that's exactly the kind of infusion they need to push their defense from decent to dominant. Now, of course, acquiring Simmons won't come cheap. The Titans would likely demand multiple high draft picks, or a combination of players and picks to part ways with such a star. But that's where the strategic thinking of Ryan Poles and his staff comes into play. They've shown a willingness to be aggressive when the opportunity presents itself, and this season, with a few more wins under their belt, they might be in a position to buy rather than sell at the deadline. Looking at the Bears' upcoming schedule, there are several winnable games, and if they capitalize on those opportunities, the team's confidence could skyrocket. That puts them in a position to make a bold move. Adding a player like Simmons could be the catalyst for a deep playoff run. Imagine the impact of having him paired with Montez Sweat, creating a formidable duo on the inside. Opposing quarterbacks would think twice before dropping back, knowing that the interior line is anchored by one of the league's most disruptive forces. And let's not forget, this isn't just about one player. It's about signaling to the entire league that the Bears are serious contenders. They've been rebuilding steadily, drafting young talent, and now they're looking to take that next step. Acquiring a star like Simmons would send a message that they're all in on contention this season. But as always in the NFL, nothing is straightforward. The Titans will want a significant return, and the Bears will have to weigh whether giving up future assets is worth the immediate impact Simmons can provide. Still, Ryan Poles has shown an eye for bold moves, and if the season continues to trend positively, don't be surprised if Chicago makes a serious push to land him. The opportunity is there, and the potential payoff could be enormous, a defensive upgrade that transforms the entire team. Now, imagine the scene. The Bears, with a revamped defensive line, facing off against divisional rivals or playoff-caliber teams, with Simmons anchoring that line. The energy, the intimidation factor, the ability to shut down the run and pressure the quarterback, it would be night and day. That's the kind of upgrade that could make a real difference in their quest for a deep playoff run, and even more, it could set the stage for a sustained period of success in the NFC North and beyond. Of course, it's not just about the present. The long-term implications are just as exciting. Simmons, still only 28 years old, has plenty of prime years ahead of him. His contract runs through 2027, meaning the Bears would be adding a veteran leader to their young core, someone who can help elevate the entire defense and bring that championship mentality to Hollis Hall. It's a move that could define their season and set them up for future success. Now, I want to hear from you, Chicago Bears fans. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Jeffrey Simmons is the missing piece for Chicago? Would you be willing to part with some future draft capital to bring in a player of his caliber? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights into the Bears' season, and all the latest NFL news. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this conversation going. Because when it comes to the Chicago Bears, we're always looking ahead. We're always dreaming big. And with a little bit of luck, a smart move here or there, and a whole lot of heart, this team could be on the brink of something special. Thanks for being part of this journey, and as always, bear down.